It's Sunday, July 16th, and I asked the cards to take a look at ChatGPT. And what's interesting is I had the cards turned over, and I pulled two cards. I didn't know what they were, but the third card to come out of the deck, was the Devil card. And that card was covering the sun and the world. So I have three major arcana cards. So this is serious cards to be able to pull up. So I have the happiest card in the world, the sun, and then I have the world. And I have the devil covering that. And I specifically said, what is ChatGPT? Tell me about ChatGPT. And the devil card came up. So what I feel like is that ChatGPT is of the world. It's of a lower vibration. It may not be purely satanic or Luciferian, but I feel like the creation of it stems from that. And the other cards come up. One is called the Double. So it's almost like it's trying to replace reality, or it's trying to replace our relationship with spirit. It talks a good game, but it's not the real deal, is what that card is telling me. That's what spirit is telling me. And in the mermaid deck, the cards that are coming up are all of earth cards. So again, it's of the earth. And I'm not of the earth. I'm an infinite spiritual being connected to source. I want my information to come from source, not from the world or from the earth. The other cards that come up are one called schizophrenia. And what I'm seeing is there's a human and they're like stuck between two worlds. So one world is like, oh my God, this sounds so great. The other world is like, yeah, but it's not from source. It's not from spirit. So it's like the human in this picture is the filter, and you have the angel on one shoulder, the devil on the other shoulder. So the human has to decide or discern what information is true. So that's where I see that human being kind of in that wedge between maybe good and evil. Maybe it's just that simple. And then the conditioning card comes up, and I just see, I know it's a lion, but what I'm seeing visually in my mind from spirit is a wolf in sheep's clothing. I specifically asked about ChatGPT, and that's what they're showing me, that this computer program is trying to masquerade as source or to replace source for people. And then the final card that I see is called Breakthrough. And where I see the light and the energy on this card is coming from the heart chakra. And the heart is where we need to connect. We need to feel through our heart, is this true? And again, that takes me to the schizophrenia card, where you have the angel on one shoulder, the devil on the other, and you have to decide, is this from source, or is this from the illusion, from, the demiurge, or whatever you want to call that. I can't tell you what to call it, but what I'm seeing is that it's not for good. It talks a good game, but it is not for the good. And we have to trust and believe what is coming through our heart. And that's where spirit is going to speak to us. Spirit is going to speak to us in our heart. Spirit will also speak to us in our stomach. We have to listen to our intuition, and my intuition and what the cards are telling me is that ChatGPT or any kind of AI, or what's being claimed as AI, is not for the highest and greatest good, and it's actually taking us away from Source and having us look outside of ourselves for answers, when we should be connecting with Source, using our intuition, our empathy, and our imagination to know what is real. So thank you for listening.